This video is sponsored by Motion Array. Lumix S9, new compact full-frame camera designed for content creators, travelers, street photographers, and all those who simply want or need full-frame, high-quality performance and exchangeable lens compact camera body. Internally, this is pretty much Lumix S5 too, but smaller and with some limitations, or should I say small differences. It comes in 4 colors, looks cool, and it seriously packs a punch. Vlog recording, 6K OpenGay, very good IB stabilization for handheld shooting, real-time LUT for capturing stylized photo or video look in camera, and a new Lumix Lab app to connect it all together for transferring fast to your phone, speedy editing, and posting straight to social media. This camera might be exactly what you are looking for when you just want to step up from using your phone for creating content with, or if you are a seasoned photographer and filmmaker and this small factor appeals to you. A camera capable of professional results and one that should not be misunderstood for what it is and who it is for. It's not for everyone for sure, but in right hands, it's a camera that simply can do a lot. All images shot with S9 in this video were shot as JPEGs using in-camera real-time LUT or edited using my own Lightroom presets, but JPEGs only. It seems like Lumix is targeting the content creators market with this camera with their colorful and very bouncy, youthful advert. But if you never used a mirrorless camera or any camera apart from your phone before, this is not one button solution. This is a camera like all cameras that will need some getting used to, and there will be most likely a steep learning curve for you to get the most out of it. Yes, you can stick it in auto everything and hope for the best, but honestly, you'll be better at doing that with your smartphone. This can do so much more if you harness its full potential, and for that you need to learn and understand what's what. Firstly, let's talk about the limitations or differences between this and its bigger brother S5 II. Same 24.2 megapixel full-frame CMOS sensor. Internally, it is the same. Externally, we don't have electronic viewfinder here. That means you can't put your eye to the camera to shoot. You only get standard articulated LCD screen. Not a problem for most people or most shooting situations, but it can be sometimes hard to see in the bright sunlight. But the exclusion of the viewfinder makes the camera much smaller, for sure. There's no control joystick. If you are coming from any bigger camera to this can be sometimes a little frustrating, but not unusual with smaller cameras like this. Here you simply use the touch screen to select your focal point and to move it around, and of course you can navigate the whole menu system via the touch screen too. There are video recording time limits, and this could be a deal breaker for some. This camera can record only 20 minutes in HD, 15 minutes in 4K, and 10 minutes in 6K at the time. For creating short form content, absolutely okay. If the temperature of the camera is not too high, you can press that record button again and continue recording, but this is not ideal if you need to record for longer continuously. It's a shame that Lumix have not just left it to overheat like with their G9 II, because it is very easy or cheap to find a way to cool the camera down quickly if that's the case. In most of situations, record time limit won't be a problem, but if you need to record interviews, speeches, or longer videos continuously, this camera might not be for you right now. This certainly could be rectified or changed with future firmware updates, but for now, that's what it is. Simple solution to overcome the recording time limits is to record with it externally over HDMI to record like Atomos Ninja 5. Not exactly a very portable solution, but a solution. This video is sponsored by Motion Array. Whether you are just starting out or a seasoned pro, Motion Array is the ultimate resource you need. Their extensive assets library is perfect for filmmakers and content creators. When your video needs that extra spark, Motion Array has got you covered. With a subscription, you get access to presets, LUTs, video templates, motion graphics, transitions, titles, stock photos and videos, graphics, copyright-free music, and sound effects. The variety, sheer number, and quality of these assets is simply remarkable. Motion Array has been a game changer for me. It provides quick access to everything I need to keep me going and to be able always to meet my deadlines. Plus, the membership is flexible, no binding contracts, and you keep everything you download. For those hesitant to commit, they also offer free resources to get you started. Whether you choose an annual membership or just need assets for a single month, Motion Array is totally worth the investment. Check it out, use the link in the description below for $50 off annual subscription. Visually, the camera looks great, but it has got a little bit too much plastic feel to it. It comes in red, green, this blue or black, and the color part is just simple vinyl stuck on. I'm sure there will be lots of skins available for it very soon from other brands, so you will be able to customize it with a different color or even graphics at home. The front right of the camera is flat. There's literally no grip. If you have larger hands like me or simply use any bigger lenses, this makes the camera harder to hold. I have a small rig add-on here which adds the hand grip, but also additional size to the bottom of the camera and a little extra weight. There is dedicated LUT button now to apply real-time LUTs on quickly. This is something specific to Lumix cameras and patented by Lumix. The ability to add your own LUTs to the camera and use them when shooting photos or video and effectively editing them or giving them specific look in camera while shooting. It is just the same as Fuji does with their film looks, but way more sophisticated and more versatile overall. There are some software improvements from S5 II and S5 IIX here. Now you can add up to 39 LUTs into the camera, stack 2 on top of each other, great for filming in vlog, as you can add conversion Rec 709 LUT to make the video look normal and then add the stylized look on top of that. You can also change the opacity of applied LUTs in camera, giving you more control on how the images or video look straight in the camera. There's also customizable grain effect to add to your photos, not the footage, in camera if that's something that you like. And this is the audio recorder with the internal built-in microphone in the camera. Maybe not brilliant, but definitely usable, just if you had nothing else. And this is the sound recorder with a Rode Video Mic Pro, just for comparison. The new Lumix Lab app is also very welcome. In the app, you can edit your photos, create your own LUTs that can be added to the camera, and also ability to download other creators' LUTs to the app and then to the camera. It's a bridge between the camera and the social media when the computer is not needed at all to have a full control over how your images or video look before sharing your work online. Lumix have also added hyper zoom and crop zoom functionality to the camera. First one, hyper zoom, works with zoom lenses. It adds digital crop while you are zooming in, tripling the focal range of your zoom lens. Cool thing is that it feels seamless. There's no transition from normal to the hyper zoom. Your lens simply just zooming past its standard focal range. So using the kit 20 to 60mm lens, you get 20 to 187mm with same turn of the zoom ring. Neat, but it simply crops into the image. So as soon as you start zooming in, the image size drops down from 6000 pixels across to only 1920 pixels fully zoomed in. Still okay for social media posts, but the files are significantly smaller when the function is used. Different story when it comes to video, as this feature just extends your zoom range without seemingly reducing the video quality. It does it still by cropping in, so you only get max zoom when filming in HD. It is reduced, the zoom is reduced in 4K as there is less of frame to crop from, and both crop and hybrid zoom are disabled when shooting in 6K. For primes, you have new crop zoom feature, same thing, but you simply use the zoom rocker on the side of the screen to zoom in with. It gives you 18mm to 56mm zoom with just 18mm prime lens. Very useful if you only have one lens, and very useful if you are filming with it. There's only microphone input, no headphone output, so you can't monitor audio that you are recording. Micro HDMI socket, rather expected in this size camera body. Only one SD card slot, no mechanical shutter, there's no back control wheel, so by default you control the aperture with the front wheel and shutter with the navigation wheel at the back of the camera, and the camera is not weather sealed. I've also noticed that I get way more shooting time from the same battery than with S5 II or S5 IIX. Performance wise, this camera is pretty much identical to S5 II. There's no surprises here at all. Rock solid performance both with photography and video. When it comes to video, Lumix now offers new MP4 Lite recording format, which basically creates smaller, more compressed files that are faster to transfer from the camera to your phone and faster to upload. Only 25 or 30 frames per second option available in this format though. Also only 3:2 aspect ratio, open gate, full sensor readout. That means that those who want to shoot in this small, easily transferable and uploadable format will have to crop the files to 16:9 aspect ratio for the footage to fill smartphone screens on TikTok or Instagram. The MP4 Lite, this format is also the only format that can be transferred and edited in the new Lumix Lab app. As I said before, things like that are part of the learning curve, and you need to learn and know about aspect ratios to get the most out of this camera in this instance. Talking about the video and video formats, this is the only camera in this price range to offer 6K open gate great recording. This function uses full-size readout to capture video. This is both wider and taller than standard video aspect ratio, giving you a chance to crop video both vertically and horizontally. You can simply create both vertical and horizontal video from just one file. You also do get all the standard formats too, 4K up to 60p with crop, lots of options, Pro Tools like vector scope, waveform, anamorphic lens squeeze, and anamorphic lens stabilization, and more. Everything that makes S5 II so popular is here. We have the latest focus system from S5 II and S5 IIX with human and animal eye detection and tracking, plus cars and motorbikes. Reliable, fairly easy to use, and accurate. Again, one of those must-know features that you have to learn about and how they work to get the most out of this camera, and that could be a learning curve. Very capable photo camera, especially if you take into consideration that it is a full-frame L-mount system and you have some really good lenses available to go with it. Lumix have all their S lineup of primes and zooms, and they are still very small and do not make the camera dwarfed by the lenses. You also can use a full Sigma catalog of lenses with it too. Lumix have also released this new Pancake lens with a camera, cute and very small 26mm f8 manual focus lens. Cheap addition to this camera, a lens that makes the whole package similar looking to Fujifilm X100VI. Certainly not a lens for everyone, it takes some getting used to. £219 here in UK or $199 in US. Cheap, but I'm not sure if it is worth it. I'd prefer it to be bigger, even double the size. It will still be small, but with autofocus. It is possible to make full-frame autofocusing lenses even this small, as other brands do it. Maybe this was rushed to come out at the same time as S9, but I can't see many people using it. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully there will be another autofocusing Pancake Lumix Prime released sometime in the future soon. There's also an announcement of a small 18 to 40mm f4.5 to 6.3 lens coming out later this year. Exciting new kit lens giving you wide angle to standard focal length, all-in-one solution, perfect for content creators and for this camera. This camera will retail for £1,499 here in UK or $1,499 in US. Very good price for a small full-frame camera like this, but S5 II is only marginally more expensive. The question is if this camera is enough for you and what you are going to do with it. If the recording time limits or the lack of viewfinder won't be an issue for you, then this could be it. Also, the small form factor makes it an ideal travel or street photography camera. I look at it more as a small pro results capable camera for travel and street photography than a camera for a complete beginner to shoot TikTok videos with, although it is capable of doing it all very well. Who is it for? I personally do not believe that this is a great camera for a beginner. Yes, of course, you can learn and master it, anyone can, but it is not simply a replacement for your smartphone. It is so much more than that. If you are interested in learning and exploring what a camera can do, have a tool that is not only small but also capable of great results, then this is it. This is also a great small alternative or a second camera for someone who's already invested into L-mount ecosystem. It is a small full-frame camera that can be used with all L-mount lenses from Lumix, Leica and Sigma, making it a very attractive alternative to S5 II. The video recording limits might be restricting for some, but not necessarily making this camera unusable. Great as a B-roll camera for someone who's already using all the Lumix cameras. Pair it with a Thomas Ninja 5 and you have no recording time restrictions. Also small and light enough to use on smaller gimbals to make your overall kit smaller and lighter when you have to travel, for example. It took me a couple of days to get used to shooting with it. I had to stop constantly comparing it to bigger cameras and stop lifting it to my eye to take a photo to look through the viewfinder that is in there. The results and the form factor have easily won me over, especially that I have always been a Lumix camera fan. It produces great looking images and video and it's certainly fun to shoot with. Don't be put off by its shortcomings, but look at its strengths. It offers more of those. Very good small camera that I will be certainly shooting with when on the move. Don't dismiss it because it does not do something that you might not ever need. This is a camera easily capable of professional results and I highly recommend it. And that's it. See you next time.